things that I see you do a lot on your show
Yeah.
is you weight down the chicken on the
Chicken
skin
under a
side.
brick.
Exactly, skin side down. So this isn't exactly a brick, but it's a very heavy pan, which works really nicely. And so let me just show you what this chicken looks like. So I put a little tin foil over it as well. And you can see it gets really nice and crusty.
It gets nice and crunchy.
And this is like I mean, this is so incredibly crisp. It's like a piece of glass, and that's what you want.
It's like a chicken potato chip.
Exactly. No, exactly right. I mean, and that's the thing about chicken. Like, if you're gonna have the skin on, utilize it for what's really good
Get the
about
flavor
it.
of it,
Exactly.
yeah.
So then at this point, what I do, Rachel, is I put this in the oven.
Okay, upper or lower, Bobby?
Let's put it in the upper.
Okay.
The thing I love about this oven, Rachel, is that you put it in like this, you close it, you count to 3, 1, 2, 3, and then in the bottom oven,
Magic!
good ovens here. We have very good ovens
That's
here,
like
Rachel.
the Disneyland of chicken.
Exactly. Okay, now, we're gonna make some potatoes as well.
Those potatoes look amazing.
Well, we're gonna make some potatoes, but we're also gonna make a dressing.
Okay.
What I did with the potatoes was I actually baked the potatoes whole with the skin on until they're
Delicious.
totally cooked. And if you overcook them, it's okay, because I actually want the starch to come out a little bit. And what I like to do is I like to just take like the back of a spatula and just dice them up and then just crush them a little bit.
Give them a little squish.
Yeah, because this way you get a little texture on the outside of the and you get all those crispy bits when you actually fry them in the oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to fry the potatoes. Some hot oil. About 350, 375 degrees, okay?
Beautiful.
And that takes about 3 or 4 minutes. Make sure it doesn't go over. Why don't we start making the dressing?
Okay.
You start making the dressing, and I'll start making the paste. So you're going to make a dressing out of some honey, some mustard, a little white wine vinegar, some garlic, and a little paprika and olive oil. And that's what we're going to dress the potatoes and the goat cheese with, okay? And it actually works nicely as a sauce for the chicken as well.
Not a huge amount here. You want this barely dressed?
Yes, exactly. Just a tiny bit, just for moisture. And I'm going to take some fresh tarragon. Who knows what tarragon tastes like? Anybody out there can tell me? It tastes like licorice.
Licorice.
It sort of has that sort of anise flavor, which I just love. It's a very, very sort of French herb.
I love it. It tastes sort of like a cross if you like fennel and you like basil, right?
Yes, exactly.
If you mix those two together.
They taste like that, and it works really nicely on chicken or shellfish, I think, as well. A little fresh garlic, and then some olive oil. I can smell those potatoes. And we want those, now don't forget, the potatoes are already cooked once, and we're just gonna cook it for a very short period of time until they get nice and crispy.
You said a little bit of garlic, yeah?
A little bit of garlic, yeah. And then you got the honey, the mustard in there, and a little bit of olive oil.
A touch of mustard.
Beautiful. All right, so let me check out my potatoes here. Okay, and this is what you want. You see the crispiness going on here? Who doesn't like a crispy potato? Nobody.
No one that I know.
So good. Okay. So, and you want to make sure that you have your dressing made. So a really good thing to do is if you throw your potatoes in, if you invite Rachel over to your house to make your dressing, you'll be ready to go. Which is exactly what I'm doing.
That was good timing.
So you want the potatoes to be a little bit warm.
Yep.
And then Rachel, if you we're gonna crumble a little bit of our goat cheese right on top.
Oh my God, that looks delicious.
Now I'm using dandelion leaves, which are, it's sort of, the dandelion leaves are a very sort of trendy vegetable right now in restaurants. But if you can't find dandelion, like something like arugula or watercress, something a little bit peppery,
even
works
baby
really nicely.
kale would be good
Baby
too.
kale works. Kale is everywhere, and so that works as well.
I love dandelion greens. We ate them a ton as a child.
Any sort of peppery,
you want some of these
bitter
in
like
here?
green. Yeah, just tear them and put it right in there. And then some salt and pepper with the dressing, and then we have our potatoes done. Okay, now we have our chicken. Now what I like to do with the chicken is just take it out and let it rest for a second while I get my paste, my tarragon paste together. I'm using both the breast and the thighs. Actually, the thighs are my favorite part of the chicken. What about you?
Me too. They're very forgiving. They're always affordable, and I think they're super flavorful.
They're very forgiving. I like a forgiving chicken. That's good. Who doesn't like a forgiving chicken? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tarragon paste and just put it right on top of the chicken. And you just want to, yeah. And this is just, there's so much flavor in here without bringing in lots of fat, right? I mean, it's just lots of herbs. Tarragon, parsley, chives, garlic, a little bit of olive oil, and then you have that crispy skin. We're just
And
gonna
the tang of the goat cheese?
Yeah,
My
exactly.
God.
You just kind of drop it right on top.
Is that all right?
That looks beautiful.
Ciao.
And we're gonna plate it. And what we do in the restaurant, Rachel, is we put a thigh and then one of the one of the breasts, and we just take the chicken and just kind of pile it right next to it.
Right next to it. Oh my God.
And there we go.
Man, that is stunning. And I love that the vegetarian dish still looked rich and flavorful. This is exactly spot on for the type of eating people are really into now. Fresh, healthy,